Good morning children, welcome to aimsindia's online classes. This is biology session. You are watching diversity in animal kingdom 1. Children, you know very well there are millions of living organisms on this earth. In order to study these living organisms, we need a system. A systematic study is required to understand the living nature, the evolution, the behavior of different organisms. Okay? So, these living organisms are basically classified into two main types. What are they? Plants and animals. So, these animals are also abundant in nature. It is not possible to study these animals unless and until there is a system. So, that system of classification, the systematic grouping and study of living organisms, it is called taxonomy. Okay? The part of this taxonomy, the diversity in animal kingdom 1, we are going to study about the invertebrates, okay? Primitive group of animals, the animals without vertebral column. So, are you ready children? Let us proceed to know about these invertebrates, diversity in animal kingdom 1. In the study of zoology, zoology means study of animals, there has a vital part of animal kingdom classification. Numerous living organisms exist on the earth. Out of those organisms, a large number of animals are there. All these animals are collectively formed the animal kingdom. Still today, more than 1 million species of animal have been identified. Their structure, their nature and the life processes are full of diversified. Diversified means different. Some of the animal organisms are living in water, some are on land and maximum of them are living in the air. In this way, they occupy more or less all the media of the earth, all the habitats. Okay? What is an habitat children? The place or environment where an organism live or survive naturally is called its habitat. Okay, some of them act like an enemy to the human beings, but some other are acting like a friend. To realize the study, this wide nature of animals, the animal kingdom classification becomes very essential. In the beginning itself I told you, for the systematic study, for understanding, there is a classification system is essential. It is very essential. The classification has been made on the basis of their resemblances, means similarities and relationships. It is quite impossible for any person know in detail about all animals of the animal kingdom. Okay, one's lifespan is not sufficient to study the entire animal kingdom. Okay, but the animal kingdom classification will help in many respects. For this purpose, the classification has been done on the basis of characteristics of similarities and differences which have been deduced from there are some different branches. Okay, placed together. The morphology, study of external characters; anatomy, study of internal characters; physiology, study of functional aspects; cytology, study of cellular aspect; biochemistry, study of the chemical nature of the cells, okay, or the chemical composition of the organism, biochemistry. Then similar characteristic features possessed by the animals are placed in a group. Okay, a group consisting of similar characteristic features of all animals are grouped into one group. Okay, like that. The animals are grouped together on the way of evolutionary processes that reflect the true relationship against animals. Okay, what is the meaning? They are grouped together on the way of evolutionary processes, means how unicellular organisms converted into multicellular organisms. Okay, what are the changes took place? Okay, they reflect the true relationship against the animals. So, this process of division regarded as a natural systems of animal kingdom classification. Okay. Then what is classification? The classification is defined as an orderly or ranking of organisms into groups or sit on the basis of their relationships. Then what is the necessity of animal kingdom classification? Okay, to avoid the confusion and to study systematically, it is useful. Okay, by classifying the organisms, they are divided into large as well as small groups, so that one can easily get an idea about the groups and the individual type. The scientific identification and naming of organisms is possible here. Okay, once the organism is named, okay, we can it will avoid the confusion. Classification helps to understand the process of organic evolution. Okay. So, types of classification of animal kingdom. It has become a formidable task to classify the animal kingdom, because different scientists have been classified it differently. Some of the scientists classified the animal kingdom on the basis of number of cells. On the basis of the animal kingdom is classified, image your subkingdoms such as protozoa and metazoa. Okay. First, protozoans, primitive animals. Okay. Metazoans means unicellular and multicellular. The subkingdom is again, okay, first animal kingdom is divided into subkingdoms. What are the two subkingdoms? Protozoa and metazoa. The subkingdom is again classified into one phylum, which is also known as protozoa, but metazoa is divided into many image your phyla. Okay. So, in this type of classification, the protozoan animals are called single celled animals and the metazoans are the multicellular animals. Okay. Unicellular animals, multicellular animals, or single cellular animals, multicellular animals. Single celled animals are called protozoans, multicellular animals are called metazoans. Okay. The animal kingdom divided into the subkingdom protozoa and metazoa. Protozoa include single celled animals, metazoa include multicellular animals. This metazoa is further divided into 10 major phyla. Okay. So, animal kingdom classification based on number of cells. Some scientists have made the animal kingdom classification on the basis of absence and presence of notochord into two groups, such as notochord, non-chordata and chordata. Non-chordata is also called achordata. The animals which have no notochord are called non-chordata group, and the animals that possess the notochord in the body are placed under the group chordata. Okay. This is another type of classification. Based on the cells, animal kingdom is divided into protozoa and metazoa based on the number of cells, unicellular and multicellular. Now, based on the presence and absence of this notochord, animal kingdom is divided into two, non-chordata and chordata. Non-chordata means the animals which does not possess any notochord. Chordata means the animals which possess a notochord. This chordata is further divided into two, protochordata and vertebrata. On the basis of absence and presence of notochord we have studied. Now, the notochord is the maturity. In maturity of chordates is subsequently replaced by the vertebral columns, which are known as vertebrates. Okay. The notochord in chordates is replaced by vertebral column, hence they are also called vertebrates. In the case of small number of chordates, the notochord is not being replaced by vertebral column, rather notochord remains as a notochord and they are regarded as protochordates. Okay. Next, but in non-chordates, notochord and vertebral column both are absent. Okay. Based on the presence and absence of notochord, animals are classified into two, non-chordates and chordates. Okay. Chordates are again divided into protochordata and vertebrata. Okay. So, animal kingdom, non-chordata, absence of notochord, chordata, presence of notochord. The notochord again replaced by vertebral column in some animals, they are called vertebrates or vertebrata, and here in some animals of chordates there is no replacement of this notochord. Notochord remains as a notochord. Such animals are called protochordates. Okay. Next, on the basis of presence and absence of vertebral column. Vertebral column means backbone. The vertebral column is absent in a group of animals called invertebrates, but present in all animals of the vertebrate group. For an animal kingdom classification, the modern zoologists have elevated some of the previously accepted classes to phylum status. Okay, animal kingdom divided into now modern classification, invertebrate and vertebrata. Invertebrata and vertebrata. Invertebrates are those animals without vertebral column. Vertebrata are those animals which possess a vertebral column. Now, many invertebrate animals have been searched out and many of them have now been placed in the new phyla, at their position in the animal kingdom remains uncertainty. Okay. So, the classification is becoming more and more complex day by day. By eliminating the complexity in modern animal kingdom classification, the modern animal kingdom classification, the animal kingdom is divided into few major bigger groups. It is known as phyla. Okay. Kingdom divided into subkingdom. Now, phyla. Each phylum is again divided into classes. Each class is divided into order. Each order divided into families, and a family divided into genus, and a genus divided into species. This is the complexity. Okay. The highest level of classification is kingdom. The lowest level of classification or the basic unit of classification is species level. Okay. As we come down from kingdom to species, the number of organisms decrease. Okay. In kingdom, more number of organisms, and when it comes to the species, particular species, less number of organisms are present. As we go from smaller to bigger, ascending order, from species to kingdom, the number of organisms will increase, but the similarities will decrease. But as we come down from kingdom to species, the number of organisms decrease but similarities increase. Okay. What is classification? Classification is the grouping and naming of organisms. It is a science of grouping and naming of organisms. Okay. What do you call that science? Taxonomy. Okay. So, zoology is the particular subject which deals with only animals. Okay. Animal classification is okay, zoo taxonomy. So, here we are discussing now genus, okay, kingdom divide into phylum, phylum divide into classes, class divide into orders, order divide into families, the families divide into genus, genus divide into species. Okay. We can say several phyla combine to form the kingdom, okay. Several class combine to form a phylum, several orders combine to form a class, several families combine to form an order, and several genus combine to form a family, several species combine to form a genus. Okay. Each genus consists of one or more species and it is the smallest unit of classification, or we can also call it the basic unit of classification is the species. Okay, children, hope you followed. So, this subject is very interesting as we move from one session to another session. Okay, keep reading the book. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.